Okay, good evening. Welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of the Rochester Downtown Development Authority for Wednesday, October 15, 2025. Madam Recording Secretary, the roll, please.
Bob Bloomingdale.
Here.
Roger Knapp.
Yes.
Lisa Germani-Williams. Tanya Karsten. Bob DiTomaso. Eric Diana.
Here.
Paul Haig.
Here.
Missy Plays.
Here.
Tony LaPuma. Mayor Salvia.
Here.
Chair Giovanelli.
Here.
Let's keep going. Marilyn Trent. Don Sinkowitz.
Here.
Christy Trevorrow.
Here.
There is a quorum.
Fantastic. All right, thank you for that. First item on the agenda is the approval of the meeting minutes from September 17, 2025. Any
Make a
questions? Motion by.
Second.
There we go. Firing off. This is going to be a record.
Get it done. Get it done.
All right. All in favor?
Go.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Audience comments, seeing none except for Abby, and she's a special agenda. Introduce them momentarily. Let's get to liaison reports. City Council, the Honorable Marilyn Trent is not here. Madam Mayor, do you feel like doing a little stick and move freestyle, or?
I'll give a couple comments. This past meeting was a pretty light agenda. We amended the Brownfield Redevelopment Authority Board and appointed some alternates since we have some sites that need to be reviewed by the Brownfield. We approved AIS to do the signage.
Active alarms, timers, or media sessions.
Sorry about that.
AI's everywhere, man. You can't get away from it, right?
Following us. So we're working on the signage, including DDA signs, so that we should be seeing the final proof soon, because that got kicked off. And then we just had our regular report outs, and that's it.
All right, fantastic.
Yep.
Well, it's always good to have a little bit of a break from time to time, so, because I know you guys are doing the Lord's work, so thank you for
It's
that.
election season.
It is election season, that is true. Chamber of Commerce, Mr. DiTomaso's not here. Anything? Okay.
I don't have anything, no.
All right, we will punt till the next meeting. Mr. Sinkowitz, Historical Commission, good evening.
Good evening, everyone. Let's see, I'll start off with the Treasury report from the Historical Commission. And towards the end of the year, I'll give an account of how many DUR books were sold this year, and also as far as the historical plaques, how many plaques were sold this year and what's the total number. The Historical Commission reviewed their bylaws and approved that, so that's a task that's out of the way. It's the DDA. I don't have to give an update on the DDA. The Cemetery Commission is going through their budgets, and there's 77 new plots that they've installed, or created, I should say, rather than installed in the cemetery. And I don't believe at this point, at least as far as I know, they have decided whether those are going to be flat monuments or the monuments or something in between. The mausoleum is 125 years old, and it's Art Deco inside. I'm not sure if they're planning on giving a tour or opening that on a certain day so the public can see what's inside there, the mausoleum. The DAR is involved in providing funding for the new gates. Paul?
I have a question. Can we have some kind of video put up someplace publicly where we could see inside that beautiful Art Deco building?
Yeah, people are dying to see it.
That's a great idea.
Good point.
People are dying to see it.
They're dying.
That's
It was right there.
Somebody had to have the dad joke. It was sitting there on the tee. I just
That
had to
was
hit it.
perfect. That was perfect.
It's a great idea.
It is. Let's see.
Sorry, I broke your train of conscience.
Sorry about that.
So, Pat McKay has been involved in some of the money and the grants for the cemetery, and that'll come into play in 2026 when we have the 250th anniversary celebration in the cemetery. Pat McKay and of course the mayor and other Chamber of Commerce are involved in the America 225. They're putting together now a calendar of all the different events for that event, including the Heritage Festival. And of course, one of the celebrations will be in May is the dedication or the celebration and honoring the Revolutionary War soldiers that are buried in the cemetery. The Heritage Festival, and yes, it is the Heritage Festival, that's the official name for next year, so I'm glad to hear that. And we had some discussions on the Harrison Building and the wishes of the Historical Commission to be involved in supporting others in the purchase of that building or whatever it takes to get it so that it can be used as a nonprofit, if that's what it's decided to be. Let's see. And that should do it.
Oh, fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you for that update. We appreciate it. You guys are doing fantastic work, and it's great to hear what's going on. Principal Shopping District, Mr. Hague.
Yes, we have AI training coming for businesses October 20th from 6 to 8. We got the trick or treat, which is very, very busy downtown, and I don't advise, it's very busy. It's very
If
crowded.
you're not here for trick or treat, don't come.
I didn't say that.
It's a lot.
October 18th, 4:30 to 6:30. Then November 10 is the big business thing at the Royal Park, which is sold out, sold out. And then January 16th, that's the Fire and Ice Festival. That's going to be amazing, and you'll fill us in a little more on that, I'm sure, Channel 7. December 5th and 6th is the Kris Kringle Market, which is always jammed and is expanded. It's great. And then, finally and most important, the Cookie Stroll. And that'll
wait,
be
there's more.
December 13th. It's two different strolls, one 10 a.m. to 2, and another one 2 to 6.
Well, you need a nap in between.
And for anyone who's keeping track, on November 7th, 10 a.m. is when the tins go for sale online.
And they're sold out 2 minutes later.
Last year, yeah, it was 2 minutes. It was a little scary. So this year, instead of having 150 tins, because we're doing 2 separate strolls, we have 300 tins. So hopefully we'll get to 6 minutes.
Okay, well,
Here we go. It's a nice little fundraiser for the
these are
PSD.
problems of
It's a good
privilege, and
one.
we're blessed to have that in our community, so
Yes.
good stuff. And thanks to your work, Mr. Hague and the PSD, we appreciate it. All right, on to general business items. This one is me, but I have an assistant here this evening.
Yes.
I'm a TO too. So this is my standing update for the board, a place on the agenda for the Graham as to where we're at. I'd like to introduce to you Abby France from AKA Architects, and Abby is the one that came up with the design that we've been looking at that I previewed last week. So I figured two things. A, I wanted to show you the architect behind the thought process here, because we were sort of blown away on it. So I want to put a name with or a face with the name, and then also have her walk through sort of what's going on. So Abby, good evening, and thanks for coming. We appreciate you.
Thanks, Ben.
Yep.
It was a team effort, I want to emphasize that.
I know. But you can't let that go to Steve's head. You just got to take it.
Well, thanks for everyone for having me this evening. This is our redesign of the Marketing Graham project. So if you remember originally, I'll switch to our site plan. This was originally an addition that came off the north of this existing pre-engineered building. And that did not work because we had poor soil conditions, and so we broke that program up into 3 different, or let's say, building addition, a outbuilding, which is like a storage, and then a pavilion out here. So we're maintaining most of the existing site, like the features that we originally proposed we're maintaining, and we're just enhancing them in terms of the additions. So this is what our floor plan looks like. I wish I could zoom in. It's a little small on the page here.
I think
But
I can help with that one. Keep talking,
I'll just switch to the pretty pictures. How about that? At this point, we can go back to the floor plan.
Okay,
Yeah,
let me know.
yeah. Let's tell the story first. So originally we had our addition coming off of this rear end right here. And we have instead now placed a pavilion in lieu of the stage. And so it's a pavilion that's on the same surface as the parking lot. We have a bathroom addition here that can be served by both the indoor and outdoor events. And we have a covered carport and this front awning, which has basically been kept the same. And the feature that I am pretty excited about is this decorative brick wall here at the front. This is really exciting to me because we're activating both the rear and the front for curb appeal. And so we're getting the full value out of this piece of this pre-engineered building. This is what the rear looks like, and we'll get to some human point of view shot. So this is coming off of 2nd Street, looking north. And again, we have this brick. These have stayed the same that I'm pretty sure you've seen before, our bathroom addition and our pavilion here. Zooming around to the front, you can get a better view. We have a little sign here that says Graham. That was a nice touch from Ben. His idea, I'm pretty sure. And
Team effort, right?
here's what the interior is going to look like. So this has stayed largely the same. We have, again, just like this open air market space that we're looking at here with our garage doors. We did remove one garage door in order to fit in the bathroom addition, but we have added one to this other side here. So we're down from, originally we were showing 5 and now we're showing 4. And we have a little storage and food preparation area in the back here. Here's looking at the opposite view. This is the entrance here. We have our nice farm red going on the inside. And here's a view looking at the food prep area. There's a little opportunity here for a little historic mural or something like that. And just because it is, this is like what our food prep area looks like on the inside. Going back to the outside, we have this bathroom addition is sticking out here. And this is remaining parking, and this is now going to be a public plaza instead of what we were showing originally was that the existing parking lot. Now it's going to be public space. That's forming a nice little public moment here. And this is the ADA accessible ramp that goes up to the second parking lot. And this is what our pavilion has been looking like. We have the Graham with like a wood slat screen wall here to like frame any events that are happening here, and a little storage and outbuilding along the side here for a little information booth. Looking at the rear, this is looking at Water Street. Again, our 2 garage doors here, which can open up so that we have this open air market feel, and what this elevation will look like of the storage outbuilding. And yeah, this is, we can go back to the floor plan now that you guys have some context. Again, food prep, storage, bathrooms, access inside and outside. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Close. Ooh,
Perfect.
no, very big. Nice.
There's our restroom addition. Here's our storage and info booth, the serving area, and that's our main open air market space. So in summary, same program, more efficient design, I would say.
For sure.
And you're activating both sides of the building now as kind of front facing. So both sides are being designed now. And yeah, I would
Abby,
love to take any questions.
Can you show the, how you switched the ADA ramp, the
Yep.
orientation? That was the
Yeah.
other change, so it's still there, but a little different.
Yes.
Yeah, we did, so just so you guys know, there's been a lot of value engineering. The main focus here was to deliver on what we promised, but do it at a much more cost-efficient way that will deal with the dirt that we've got to deal with, but also be, do what we said we were going to do, but maybe tweak it a little bit. So one of the things that Christy had just brought up is we changed the ADA ramp go ahead, walk you through it, so.
Yeah, originally the ramp came and went like that and then had to switch back here. Just wasn't the most efficient use of earthwork and retaining wall, and so we moved it around like that. And this is one of the item issues that I think we can discuss here is the replacement of this retaining wall, or the adding on, to construct a new retaining wall at the face of the existing retaining wall.
Yes.
That, because this retaining wall, the civil engineers have determined that it is in poor condition and it should be addressed.
So, all right, so we'll break the elephant up into much smaller bites here. So with respect to the wall, this is the wall that's between Huntington Bank and our property. The wall we knew was in really poor shape. It's got, and I didn't even, you guys pointed it out to me, but I didn't even realize, but it's actually got holes cut in it that the water from the bank parking lot drains into our parking lot. Which, they're like, well, I'm not pretty sure that's not legal, but
Not
whatever.
typical.
Yeah, we've never seen that before, but it's there. So anyway, so we have some stuff that we have to deal with on that one. We had given, Sean Rewald had suggested perhaps doing a another cinder block wall in front of it and just leaving that one there and just being done with it. We would lose about 8 inches of parking, so we have to kind of go through that exercise. So this is one of the open items right now. I know that we'll work with the bank property owner and see if we can, do a split the difference and do this the right way. But that said, we will be taking, just by the nature of the new ADA ramp, will be taking care of, what is that, like 10-foot or 15-foot or something like that. Where it comes down on the L there, that's
Yeah.
against the brick, the existing wall. So just by that process there, we're going to have to deal with,
Yeah.
less
Less than 30 feet. But
yeah. So
it's
a portion of it.
pretty- yeah.
Yes, sir.
We don't have to get like an environmental impact study or anything done as to, like with the water that's going to, if we're going to be changing that.
Yeah, well, so I don't know. I defer to the experts. I stick to accounting and tax matters. The city manager is shaking his head, no, we're in good shape.
No? Okay.
Yeah, I wish I had a picture of it, because when you guys showed the picture and we were, I'm like, holy crap, I never noticed that before. But yeah, there's literally holes in the brick wall that's there. I think somebody drilled them for relief at some point after the wall started mushing forward. That's my guess. So who knows? A lot of things happened here over the millennia, and, there's blessings and curses of being the first community in Oakland County, so.
I don't want to put Nick on the spot, but we were talking with the property owner today. What did you say those holes were for?
They're picks up the water in the grass that comes down, it's not from the park.
Oh, okay.
And it's just holes.
Okay, all right. Anyway, it just was like, I'm like, whoa, I didn't point out. So anyway, long story short is we're working to try and figure that one out. So that's still on the to-do list. We're being mindful of our requirements under ordinance with respect to parking lot sizes and all that stuff. So there's a lot of moving parts. I think, Abby, you said that a net loss of 4 spaces. We picked up a bunch of spaces on the big lot up, but we
Yep.
lost 4 here.
2.
So the net, or 2.
So what we were showing in the previous submission was 88 parking spaces, and now we're down to 86.
Okay, 86, so we lost 2 spots, so, which I think, given what we're trying to do here. So let's go to, let's just go to the beginning, and I'll walk you through some of the rationale, the pretty picture part. And we can always come back to that one. One of the issues, there's been several issues that we've had to sort of overcome with respect to cost, right? So, of course, the dirt, we've been through that, and I know more about rigid inclusions and helical piers than I care to even admit. I'm done talking about them. But there still will be some, because there is earthwork that needs to be done where the stairs redo are at, an ADA ramp. Way less than we had to do under the first pass, right? But part of the question was on HVAC. Where were we going to put the heating and cooling unit, the furnaces, right? And the heating units. So when it was an animal hospital, they were Steve called it the moat. It's like this area between where the shelter is at and where the building's at. So we weren't sure if we had to put them inside the building, because there was a mezzanine, if you remember, there before. Anybody that's been in there, but there was a mezzanine, and then all the utility stuff was up there. So one of the takeaways was, all right, we need to find out if we can put this stuff outside. And AKA came up with a plan to do precisely that, put all the units outside into the alley.
In the moat?
In the moat, yep. They're elevated. About 6 foot in the air, something like that, wasn't it? Yeah, and then it comes in the building, and if you remember, I don't know if you can go to the picture that
Yeah.
shows, so when they come in the building, that's what it looks like. So they're about 6 foot up, they're coming in, I know you've seen them before at other places, right? So that was a huge thing, because we were really worried about, of course, I think you may have been part of the discussion, or other people on the committee, but with public spaces, there's air handling rules and the amount of, again, I've learned more about this stuff than I even care to know. I'm like, the doors are going to be open, it's going to be fine. But this was a huge deal, impacting cost. We expect this to really be super cost effective, do exactly what we talked about, and we're able to get air conditioning in the building now too. So, but with that, we still needed a space for utility type stuff, thus why this sort of kitchenette was born. It's not a full-blown kitchen, there's not a stove, there's nothing like that in there. It's kind of like your break room at work. But we figured with events in there, you're going to need a place to, wash stuff and whatever. So that was the thought process on that. So we put that in there. The first pass was open, and Chrissy said, yeah, people are going to go in there and help themselves to stuff in the cupboards all the time. We better put a door on it.
Yeah.
So we put the door on it. So there's that. I guess let's go back out to we can go to the floor plan, or the
This way?
no, yeah, keep going, that's fine, keep going. All right, yep, keep going. So that plaza there, this whole plaza here where the lady and her daughter are walking right now, that's current parking lot going up to, well, she's actually kind of standing in the moat right now. So, but that area there will all be, what are we going to, I think we're just going to do like concrete there, right? Yeah, so it's just going to be like, pretty concrete, so whatever. We're not going to be,
I think we were talking about stamps or.
yeah, stamped, that's what I was trying to think of. Yeah.
Or pretty.
Well, I mean, we're not going to be, yeah, we're not going to spend, $750,000 to clean Main Street bricks and do that there, although that would be nice. We don't have the budget for it. But you can see how the ADA ramp was turned. It's no longer jutting into the space, so it's going to leave a nice open space there for the public and to be activated for events and farmers market type activities. So I think it'll work out well. Can you go to the pavilion part? Yeah, so I showed you guys this last time, it hasn't changed. So the thing on the far left there, our far left, is an office and a storage area. So the ladies needed storage for farmers market activity or equipment. And then we also needed an office for, what are the coupons called?
EBT.
EBT stuff. And just sort of farm operations, so that would be in that location. Now, what we're looking at presently, so that's sort of a freestanding building. It's like, what was it, 300 square foot? It's not that big, so it's pretty tiny. So our thought process, I gave direction to the team. I said, just put, mini splits in this one in the bathroom. We want to keep these costs. We don't want to be penny wise and pound foolish, but we also don't want to, we don't have to go crazy. So that 300 square foot thing, even though it looks sizable there, it's, it's basically just a big office. It's got two parts. What we're looking at now, I sent Sean Rewald a couple of links. There's a ton of companies that do these things prefab. So we're trying to get some pricing on that. But sort of all in and in the revised design and everything that we're talking about here and everything I walked you guys through, we're back, baby, we're back. So it's like we're back right on the same number again. We may be 100, 200 grand over, but in the grand scheme of things where we were 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, it's just, this is great. So this is going to be fantastic. The cadence of what's going on now, so AKA is putting together the bid pack.
Yep.
That'll be done by Halloween.
Yep.
And then Sean's taking that out to bid, so we'll have those numbers back, he thinks fairly quickly, because it's going to be the same trades. But there's been so much material design change. I mean, we got rid of, I think I told you guys before, putting that stage, even though it was great, it was really cool, that was a massive lift and undertaking because of the amount of structure, and then, as we found out later, the amount of substructure that needed to do that. This greatly simplifies the whole thing. So we still have significant dirt work to do here, but the load being put on it is nowhere near what it was before. So, so everybody's, very optimistic that, like I said, we'll have, everything sort of done by the end of, I would say, certainly before Thanksgiving, but we'll have all the bids back and we'll have exact dollar amounts. But Sean's first pass was like, yeah, you guys are going to be fine. So I was like, whew, thank God, third time's the charm. So, and we were able to add air conditioning, which was off last time. And I actually think, Abby, thank you. I think it's a much better, whatever. It's a much more better design in terms of what we're trying to do. The only thing that's different is the stage area is now, everything's right angled. So as Christy pointed out, it's still going to make movies kind of awkward because of the way people sit for that. But for the amount of money that we have to spend to try and re-engineer that, we're not going to do it. So we will just get a nicer movie screen and it'll be fine. So we're good. And we do that, 6 times a year or something like that. So.
Yeah, and the other thing that's nice about what this is that when we're not programming it, it's an area that we could use for seating, so it's another shade structure.
Yeah, I mean, that was
the other stage is going to be
a
awkward to
big ask
do that.
for a lot of people was to have places for shade. So, yeah. So again, I mean, it looks great. It's, I mean, I hate to say, but there's not a lot to it. It's, it's very simple in design, and if we can get that prefab, that'd be sweet. We'll just have some trucks deliver it. I'll get a couple cases of beer. We'll have the fellows over, and we'll put it together. It'll be great. And And then, like I said, the big thing going in, because we just had our call yesterday, I think it was our last, we're trying to do like weekly calls and kind of keep everything moving. And the big thing was dealing with the HVAC, which I was just tickled pink that was the solution. I think it's going to be great. So, yeah, so I think this whole project is making me age in dog years. And, it's been a series of highs and lows, and, thanks to Bob and Tony and the AKA folks, and moral support from various individuals, we've been able to sort of keep going, and, but I think we got it now. I think this is going to be sweet. So my intention is to keep moving. Our intentions, I keep saying mine only because I represent you guys, so I'm just trying to keep the ball moving, but we've got deadlines to hit. So remember, at the end of this entire thing, if we don't have that done by September 30th, we don't get the money from the county. So I got to keep the hammer down. So we got to keep the hammer down. So that's what we're doing. So
2026,
correct,
September 30th,
correct,
2026.
Correct, next September, that's correct. I don't want to be writing a check back for $930,000. No, and we've been told that it's not going to be a problem, as long as we keep everything moving. So if I was to put this on hold and wait, there was some ask that we waited till, November to revisit all this. I'm like, I can't, because we have stuff that we got to keep going. So AKA, I gave them direction, and you guys gave me the approval last meeting to spend the money to have them do version 3 and get the drawings done. So that's what I was talking about with Abby. They'll have that, because Sean Rewald needs that to send it out to bid. So we'll have that at the end of October. Yeah, so I think I'm very happy and optimistic that we're in good shape. So thank you for your hard work. We appreciate it, and putting up with our. Wait, stop, go, stop. Yes, no. I know it's never fun, but it's tough. It's tough only having one client, but when you got 11 clients, well, actually, plus city council, you got 30 clients. It's like you got so many people you got to keep happy. It's hard, but. So with that, is there any questions from board or anyone else? Yes, please.
I just mentioned that we're going back to planning commission.
Oh, yeah. That was the other thing. That's another reason why we had to keep the hammer down, because we had to get everything ready to go to planning, because there's changes here. So, yeah, no, great point. Thank you. There's a lot of moving parts, and time. Any delay would cause a cascading effect on the project budget that we just simply can't afford at this time. Any other questions from anybody? Yeah, please.
A couple of questions.
Sure.
Yeah, I like the changes were great.
Is your mic on? Is your microphone on?
Oh, now it is.
Okay,
Yeah,
there we go.
all right.
There we go.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, first of all, I apologize for being late, just one of those things. So I do like what I see, and I've been a part of this project from, I don't know, the fire station
been a
with
minute.
AKA. Don't want to age myself, but I do think it's fulfilled most of the criteria, or if not all, of what the intent was in the first place, even all the way, even beyond what the front porch project was. So I have a question about a couple of things. There was an office, it looks like, that was in the entrance of the Graham, but was there an entrance or something?
That's now this right here on the left.
That's what this is
That's what this is
replacing.
now.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
okay.
it was inside
It
the
looked like
stage
you had a
part
couple
before.
of, okay.
Yeah, now it's, because we've
Now
separated the
it's-
stage out, it's now as sort of an annex to the.
Okay. Yeah, and so how many, that's 300 square feet for storage in an office?
That's it, yeah.
Okay.
I'll pull up the floor plan for you to look at it.
Yeah, Marilyn, I think what you're remembering is originally when it was part of the expansion where the two buildings were connected, you would walk into a lobby area to straight ahead were the bathrooms, and to your left was the little small office, and then a storage and janitor's closet. So now we've broken those two pieces apart.
Yeah, well, it looks a
Yeah.
little more cohesive, actually, this way,
Yeah.
I think. So just to ask about a couple of things, was the retaining wall ever a problem until now with the?
No, it's always been known what it was. It has to be addressed. I mean, it could stay the way it is.
It could,
It's just
but
not great.
it needs to be fixed
Yeah, I mean, a
correctly,
seal's
right.
like, you guys got to do something
You're going to
about
have
that,
some
so,
problems.
yeah,
I
so.
know a little bit about retaining
Yeah,
walls
yeah.
and water, stormwater, and where
Yeah.
water needs to drain lately. I've learned a lot. And so So if you were looking at a scale, I know a lot about water,
Yeah,
okay?
I know.
And rain gardens.
Yeah.
And I sure hope that's.
Well, so
that's
it's
looking
funny,
like a
because your
little-
name came up in the moat there, so we're going to be reaching out to you guys for that.
Yeah.
And then that, and also too, Nick, correct me if I'm wrong, but if we have the sign on the building, we can't have the monument out front. So we talked about that yesterday, we're just going to ixnay it, and then we'll have you guys do something fun out there, so.
We've got a plant for that.
Yeah, all right, got it,
Yeah.
excellent.
So anyway,
The wall's not your problem. That's been supposed to. So code, talk to him about, we talked to him today.
Yeah.
He's gonna work with us. And you guys want to partner, but it's his wall.
Gotcha, yeah, that's what,
Huntington
right,
Bank,
yeah.
Huntington Bank's
Yeah,
property.
yeah,
And you
Okay.
can acknowledge that he's looking at.
yeah, no, we're, we're not trying to get over on anybody, but we also want to be treated fairly.
Sure,
And it
yeah.
is on that property line, but I wasn't ready to, yeah, so.
okay.
You know
well,
what I
That's cool. So if you were to say on a scale to 1 to 10 on any more surprises, do you think we're at, not, maybe you can't get to net zero, but maybe we're at 1.5 instead of like, could be a 50-50 chance we run into some more issues or what?
You know
how
what?
do you-
I mean, we got good pricing before, we got really good pricing, but on the old design, right?
Right.
So a majority of it, other than,
Touching the dirt. We're
yeah,
not touching
well,
the dirt.
that was the thing that really screwed us up. And
Okay.
there's no way to have visibility in that until you actually start the process, right?
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So, I mean,
we
the
build
long answer to your
websites.
short question is, I'm not expecting it. Nobody on our team, that, given what, can anything happen? 1,000,000%.
Sure.
And given this project, I fully expect something to happen.
I don't want to jinx it. I'm just
Thank
saying
you. I was just
that
going to
the
say, like,
layering, you're getting down through the onion
yeah.
layers.
We are down, we're getting
Okay.
down to the core of the onion, and I think we've got most of
yeah.
the stuff dialed in, so.
Have materials actually gotten less expensive over the last year since?
Good question. No. Yeah. You would think so. I think the problem is the demand has dropped, but the inflation has gone up, so they've kind of offset each other.
Okay.
That's
All
my
right.
take, so.
So one last question.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
the movie screen, if you could pull up the
Oh, the,
stage or.
go back to the
with
stage one?
Oh, and thank you for the pavilion. I believe I talked about that
You did.
3 years ago
Mm-hmm.
or 4, and then the third year, anyway.
Abby, is there one that has that, but it's more parking lot?
Yeah, I got it.
Like zoomed out.
Yeah, zoomed out a little bit.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, all right, that's cool. I just wanted to give you guys scale of what Christie was talking about, because it's right, it's squared up to the property line, whereas the first pass, the stage was cockeyed.
I remember. I just
Yeah.
was wondering, does the screen drop down or what?
No. So we were actually talking about that. Christie actually needs it to be on an angle so more people can see it in the parking lot, so it's going to be mobile again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I told her. I said, we're not going to do that for 6 times a year. We'll get you a new screen. We'll put it in the budget. It'll be fine.
Well, that's really good.
It's going to be, yeah, so it'll be different, but we'll still have sound there. And then I think we had already talked about if, as we're going along, if the heating elements are still a thing, like Tony has on his deck over at the Coney. We were talking about adding the heating
Yeah,
elements.
no, we're
Again,
looking
seating,
for
so people can be
Solaronics to
cozy.
sponsor that. I'll reach out to the Rushes and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Great, well, that sounds good. I'm glad you only lost 2 parking
We
spots.
could.
Yeah.
And I still, we're still within guidelines, right? On that chart that you had of parking, what we need to provide. I think you had it on there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Because of the
them
event
give us money
spaces
for it.
shrink, the required parking has shrank a little bit too, so we're good now.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So when we went before planning, we had to get, the parking requirements were based on usage, occupation, or occupied space, the number of bodies. And because we're no longer doing the stage, the calculation for the number of bodies we have to deal with has shrunk probably 30%, something like that, at least, I would think, a lot. I don't know, this is your stuff, a lot. So anyway, our required parking has been reduced too. So we expect, hopefully, knock on wood again, but, this is actually better. I think planning will be happier with this one than they were with the first pass, so.
So this is not going to have to, so we have a new architect, is that?
Yes, oh,
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
yeah,
Thank
Abby
you.
France, this is Marilyn Trent. She's our council liaison, one of our city council members. Abby is new to the team about a couple months, and she's 100%, well, the team,
And they gave
led
her
by
this
Abby, is
project. They
responsible
said,
for this. Yeah.
I've
Now,
been
see,
at AKA for 2 years now, but I just graduated with my master's
Oh,
degree, and so
oh.
I now have a full
Oh,
plate.
good, so you knew the history. Well, it looks
Yeah.
very nice.
I was actually on
like
this,
what you-
this was one of the first projects I was on a couple of years ago when I was,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so I've been full circle with this project.
wow.
Yeah, no, Abby's the best, and she,
looks
we
good.
appreciate
It's
her
really
and
well
Steve
thought out. I
and
like it.
Dwayne and the team have done a fantastic job, and I think, again, third time's a charm. And it's, this is one of those things you don't know until you know, and you get into it, and, but I think we've been able to value engineer it, change the design to deliver what we said we were going to do, when we said we were going to do it, and for how much we thought we were going to do it for. So I think if we can deliver on all those things, nobody can complain. I know there's some haters out there, but there's more lovers than haters, so we're going to get this thing done. Any other questions?
That's all I have, thank you.
Fantastic. Anyone else? Bueller? Abby, thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Abby.
Nice work. She's got a ton more to do, getting all, the hard part is the intense drawings as to what's
Yeah.
got to go where, so.
Construction drawings.
The pretty pictures I love, I'm an accountant, that's all I get. If it's an Excel spreadsheet, I can deal with it, but other than that, it's like, I know there's a lot there, so thank you for that, we appreciate it.
Yeah, thank
And
you.
thanks Steve and Dwayne too,
And
so.
I just have one more. So the
Yes,
next-
ma'am.
The next step is, this is going out to bid, and then she's going to start doing the architectural drawings? Is that how it's going to work?
No,
Opposite.
opposite. The drawings have to be done in order to have it bid.
Okay.
So they're finishing the,
Okay.
because a lot of it was done already, they have to tweak it for the changes that have been
I
done.
got
So,
you.
so the
I
ask,
got confused the way you said it. I thought you would need to get the
yeah,
architect.
no,
Okay, all right.
100%. So we'll have full drawings by Halloween.
Oh, okay, and then you're, okay.
And then
Yes.
Abby's work, in effect, is done at that point.
Okay.
Ish, yes, right. There's little things come up, but
She just
by
needs
that
to run
time.
across the street and make
What's that?
sure the
Famous last
builders.
words.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Just needs to run across the street, make sure the
I
builders are
know,
doing what
I
she's
know,
drew.
I know.
Like we expect
My
you to do.
office looks out at this pavilion, and so it's gonna look good, you guys, because I have to look
I
at
was
it
gonna
often.
say,
That's a
I
great point.
expect to
Right?
see you with a hard hat
Yeah.
with your drawings going,
Yeah.
but I'm only a stone's throw away.
Right?
Yes, exactly.
Get in the game.
So again,
Thank
the
you.
schedule, just for everybody's edification, or a reminder, is, again, AK's do it. So we're trying to get, Nick needs the packet done by 1st of November to get, because
To get on to
planning
December.
needs a month with it in order to get on December's planning commission. So that's why we're pushing to get that done. So we'll do that. We'll run concurrently. We'll get before planning. My intention, if the mayor is so amenable, I'm happy to do, and Abby, if you're not busy next Monday, you can come too. But come before council and give council an update. We'll do the exact same thing. Or not, doesn't matter to me, but we're back on track, and I want everybody to be excited because I'm fired up. This is good stuff.
And Nick, it's 2 meetings at Planning Commission, correct?
January 1st, Monday, January.
Oh, yeah, we got to have a public hearing? Yeah,
Yep.
okay. So, yeah, we're not, just because we're the DDA, we're not special. In fact, we have additional scrutiny because people are looking at us, you guys can't get away with that, I didn't, so we're, and we don't intend, we're not asking for any special favors other than just love and patience, that's it. Right? Okay, Abby, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. All righty, Roo. Next item.
Yeah, you could just close it.
Yeah, just leave it, we'll deal with it. 2025 gift certificate program promotion, Madam Director.
So everyone may recall, we affectionately refer to it as our BOGO promotion. So this is where both PSD and DDA partner using non-tax capture dollars to put together a buy one, get one program for the holidays. This started in 2020 with Consumers Energy. They actually did it statewide, working with cities and downtowns that had gift certificate programs where they donated funds and wanted you to do a buy one, get one up to a certain amount. So we've been doing it since then. Consumers Energy tagged out a couple years ago, and then we had some other sponsors tag in. Last year was the first year that was just DDA and PSD did it on our own, with PSD putting in $5,000, DDA putting in $10,000. PSD at their last meeting did approve their $5,000 allocation. Their monies come from the gift certificate fund, so again, non-tax capture dollars. For DDA, we usually take it out of the business development line item, which is where all of our Love Local and Rochester merchandise sales live. So again, it's earned dollars, not tax dollars. But we have a couple new wrinkles this year, in a good way. So first of all, anyone who attended that great Main Street main event with Oakland County over at the Roxy, we actually, through Genesis Credit Union, for every award received, there was also an $800 cash prize that was going to the community. And since we came away with 3 awards for Volunteer of the Year, Ben Giovanelli, for the Lions Cake at Home Bakery and for the expanded Kris Kringle Market for Event of the Year, we have $2,400, and Executive Committee was talking about it and thought that might be a nice allocation, since again, it's earned dollars that we could put into the fund for more BOGO. Just to be clear, the BOGO line starts at 11 a.m. We start selling at 5 p.m., so the more dollars that we have, the more people we can get through the line with. But fun story, an envelope of money showed up at our office yesterday. You may recall the Italian Happening, which is something it's an event that happens in the park in the summer, and the proceeds from that, because all the cars that are there pay a fee to be a part of that, and the sponsors, the organizers, of which my dad is one,
It's her dad.
just let me be clear.
Transparent.
So they split the proceeds between Pink Creek Center for the Arts and the DDA. And this year, we received a check yesterday for $4,800.
Wow.
And I was very excited. I called my dad just to make sure they didn't accidentally send everything to us, but they didn't. It was legit. So apparently the event's growing, and that's great. So that's $4,800 of earned money. And so if that was something that the board might want to throw in the kitty for BOGO as well, that was a suggestion that I had. Yes, so I guess I'll leave it to the board of what.
Do we need to make a motion?
Yes, it is an expenditure allocation of dollars.
Yeah, so the.
Motion to.
Oh, geez.
I mean,
We're moving tonight, okay.
Yeah, all right. Motion to use the $4,800 Christie referenced.
Plus the 2,400 from.
Plus the
the county.
2,400 and then the 10,000.
The 10,000, yeah. So, and we're reinvesting. So the 10,000 was already budgeted in our budget. That was already part of this. We'd already set that aside earlier. The 2,400 is the monies that we were awarded for our things from Oakland County, the 3 awards that Christy talked about. And then this $4,800 was just this check we just got. So our suggestion is let's just roll that all back into the downtown and put it into the BOGO money, so that way the merchants benefit.
I was told there was going to be no math, so what is the total sum of?
10 to 24 and 48.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
can I make a suggestion?
Please.
To allocate $10,000 in contribution to the 2025 Downtown Rochester Gift Certificate Match Program with funds to come from the Love Local Rochester monies, and to additionally allocate $2,400 in contribution with funds to come from the Main Street Oakland County Awards, and $4,800 from the proceeds from Italian Happening.
See, this is where the person that does the minutes is trying to make sure he's got it dialed in beforehand.
Yes.
So, no, you
Love it.
you crystallized Eric's thoughts precisely,
Yes.
I'm guessing, so.
Yes, the
Motion
total is
to-
$17,200.
Motion to say verbatim what the honorable clerk, just said.
So moved, yes.
All right, support, is there support?
Second.
All right, second by Bob. This is a expenditure of dollars, so it's a roll call vote.
Yes.
Please.
Missy Ples,
Yes.
Eric Diana,
Yes.
Bob Bloomingdale,
Yes.
Roger Knapp.
Yes.
Oh, I already said Eric Diana. Mayor Salvia,
Yes.
Chairman Giovanelli.
Yes.
Did I miss somebody? Paul Haig.
Councilmember Trent. Oh, no, she's a liaison.
Nope.
Motion passed.
All right, thank you for that. So like we always do, we're trying to make sure that any spoils go to the community, and this is great, so. Nicely done. What else you got?
Item C would be next.
Oh, yeah, Lanya, media update. Oh, this is a big one. Okay.
Okay,
Please.
so at our last meeting, this was on the agenda because I thought that I had a plan, and then we got a phone call and the plan changed. So, as you know, Lanyap is celebrating its 20th anniversary this year, and I'd kind of been putting it out in the universe that this was happening and that we think it's kind of a big deal and maybe it deserves some attention from the local media. We were approached by one station last month that was very interested in actually broadcasting a half-hour special about the light show, coming down here and filming and being a part of the Lanyap celebration. then that was what I was going to be bringing you. And then that same day, I got a call from the station manager at Channel 7, Mike Murray, who said, I heard through the grapevine that something's happening and we'd like to throw our head in the ring. So that's why when I came at our last meeting, I said I needed to pump the brakes because we had received a phone call and I had a meeting that Friday with Mike Murray and his team. And between that and the other station, we found that Channel 7 was going to offer us something interesting, which I'm going to pass out right now. Channel 7 is going to broadcast their 7 o'clock news live from Lanyap. Woohoo! I'm very excited to pass that down.
Couldn't tell.
Yes. So when we met with them, what they were saying is that, and full disclosure, Mike Murray lives in Rochester Hills, so he has an affection for Rochester, and he has for many years, and Channel 7 has been our media partner for many years for Lanyap and for the Big Bright Light Show in general. So essentially what they were talking about is they wanted to double down on their commitment with us. I would like to start at the top of saying that there is zero cost to us for any of this.
Excellent.
So let me lead with that.
My favorite.
And then let me get everything else out there. So essentially what we talked about is that, as you know, for the last couple of years, we've been able to close Main Street, and we do have approval to do that again this year. So what they were suggesting is that they are going to build a temporary mobile stage. It would be exclusively for our event. They would build it on East 4th Street the morning of Lanyap, and then when we close the street at 5:30, they would push it in. And then we would be doing a little bit of coordination on our end because they would like to go live at 7 o'clock with the news, with the countdown, with light show going on all right then. Hosted by Glenda Lewis. If anybody doesn't remember Glenda Lewis, when the parade used to be broadcast live, the hosts were Dave Llewellyn and Glenda Lewis.
Yeah.
Which is how we inherited Dave, who is still doing this for us. And he is the little mouse that happened to call Mike Murray and say, hey, you might want to call Christy, something's happening over there. So there's that. In addition to that, they are also going to do a special story about the 20th anniversary of Lanyap, interviewing businesses and us and probably Dave because he was there too. And that'll be airing on Channel 7 as well. And then they're also going to be coming down and covering, the lights going up, which is happening right now, and some of our other holiday events to kind of give it a 360 of all these things happening in Rochester as a holiday destination. So we're pretty excited. So if anyone asks what we're doing for our 20th, we're doing this. And it's going to be super fun, and we're really excited. So Friday is our big logistics and site meeting with 7. They're bringing out their whole team, and Chief Cieslik, Chief Rohib, and Anthony are going to be joining us because they're also asking about Ethernet and lots of other things that I forwarded to Anthony. I said, here. So they're all going to figure that out, and so that's Friday. So we're very excited.
So does that mean events start a little earlier? Do we have to pull ahead our timeline?
No, because usually we're right about 7 of when we flip the switch. So we might have to get an extra carol in there. We might have to start a little, maybe 3 minutes later than usual, or just get people to sing a little longer. So, but we can figure it out. But
Hold that note.
Yeah, literally the idea is that
Oh, boy.
they want to do live TV, that when they go, then Dave is on the stage saying, light the town, and here we go. So it'll be a little hectic, but when I talked to George, she says, we got this. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, Madam Mayor, you've got your work cut out for you. So as usual, not a better person to handle the stress of having live TV, right? So, right? It's just another day at the work, right?
So I'll keep you all posted as we get more details, and if I need to pull anybody for interviews or anything like that, I will certainly be happy to let you know.
Good stuff. Any questions for our director with respect to this or any other matter which we've discussed? No brainer. Nicely done. They'll have, like at the college football games, that has the clock that they hold up. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
It's a great idea.
It is. That's what they do. To go to Michigan State, and you see those things all the time. Okay, thank you for that. We appreciate it. We're very fired up, and of course, we love our partners at Channel 7, and they've been great to us over the decades. So
Yes.
Good stuff. Rolling into Executive Director update, Madam Director.
Oh, no, you have 60.
Oh, sorry. Meeting dates, November and December. So December is always kind of,
Yeah, November and December, historically, we've moved them to the second Wednesday of the month.
Yep.
But I know depending on what we have going on, sometimes we don't. So I wanted to put out, if we were to choose to do that, it's the 12th and the 10th it's right in your packet of when we would meet. If you want to stick with the second meeting, move to the second meeting for November and December, or if we want to do something different. But I always put it out there because, like I said, sometimes we have things going on and we need a little more leeway.
My inclination is just leave it for now, and then if something comes
Okay.
up, we'll change it unless anybody's got, a burner, you're going to be in, Scottsdale golfing or something.
Okay, so leave it at third?
No.
Leave it at second?
Yeah, leave it second.
Okay,
yeah.
perfect.
I know for sure I won't be here in the December, that second one, but
Okay.
there's lots of other people, so it should be fine.
Wherever you're going, I hope it's warm.
It is.
Okay, good. Excellent.
Disney?
It is not Disney.
Oh, okay.
No, it is not Disney.
That's hilarious. It's so good. All right, fantastic. All right, now, director update.
Yes, so everything, I think that Paul covered quite a little bit of this. I would mention that the Holiday Expo on the 10th from 5 to 7:30, it sold out in August. It's always a great event, and that's sort of our unofficial kickoff to the holiday season. That's our first holiday event out the gate, so that's always a really good one. Also, I think I mentioned previously the the statewide conference is going to be happening here in November. I'm speaking at it, as well as Anthony is speaking there as well. If anyone is interested in attending, all the information is here for registration. If anybody's interested, let me know. I'm happy to coordinate that for you. And then last but not least, Ben got a panicked call from me on my way to the airport for Disney, because I had gotten a call from the office saying, Commissioner Brendan Johnson is looking for you. I said, oh, really? And what might Brendan want?
Yeah.
And he's from he's the Rochester Hills representative for the Oakland County Board of Commissioners. And Commissioner Johnson was looking for me apparently to hand us some money, which was very exciting. So called Brendan back, found out also he's a big Disney fan. So we got through that, and that was exciting. But then got to the point that apparently each commissioner on the Board of Commissioners has a discretionary fund that they can donate to their communities for special events or projects or things like that. It's a nominal amount. And he wanted to give it to Lanyap. And so, but he needed me to be on a phone with the Finance Committee in 45 minutes. So we did that as I was driving to the airport. And we are going to it'll be confirmed at tomorrow night's Board of Commissioners meeting. But if everything goes well, which he believes that it will, we will be the recipients of a $10,000 grant for Lanyap this year.
That's a pretty good chunk of money.
Which is a nice, it actually pays for the fireworks and part of Lanyap, and it's kind of pretty great. So it's not, I don't believe this is going to be an annual allocation. I think this is a one-off, but very excited that he thought of us, and it being 20th anniversary and all that, I'm sure that it will be appropriate if we have a couple Board of Commissioners up there on the stage at Lanyap.
Board works in mysterious ways, and we will
Yep.
absolutely take free money, so.
Yep.
Yes, so if anything changes, I will email everybody, but at Board of Commissioners front, it's not just ours, but it's all the Board of Commissioners requests that pass the Finance Committee will be going for final
We'll
approval.
work through the
But
mayor's office on that one. and-
yeah, but Brendan didn't think there was going to be any issue, so, and then we're going to have coffee and talk Disney, so that's all good. Other than that, the only thing that isn't in my report, and I don't think Jenna listed in hers, is next Friday, we'll be closing the office early because Jenna's getting married. So everybody was looking for us next Friday after 2 o'clock. We're going to be at a wedding, so, yes.
Don't call Christie. She may or may not be into the Cabernet by then, right?
We're very excited, so, yes.
That's great.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
We're excited for
All
it.
right. Yeah, we're really grateful and glad for Jenna. She's a good egg. She deserves it, so.
Yeah.
Okay, any questions for our director on the whole plethora of things that are hard to keep up with because she's so busy?
It's a busy time.
All right, seeing none, moving forward, financial report is in your packet. Any questions, feel free to reach out. BizDev.
BizDev, we had a meeting this morning, and basically, this young man here should lead the BizDev report today.
It was the same report that I gave at the business development meeting, so I just tell them what's going on in town. that's all.
Gotcha.
We did have the annual business development meeting a couple weeks ago that Nick
And
hosts.
that was amazing.
It was well-attended, and I thought it was one of our best that we've done. People were really engaged with it, and.
How far off script did he go?
He didn't.
I heard
No.
he used monitors.
He-
I heard
a
he
little.
used monitors.
He went a little off, but I kept him as, if anyone's ever been to Chief Financial, they actually have monitors in the four corners. So Nick, if he wasn't looking behind him, it was still in front of him.
Yeah.
So it kept some guardrails. He kind of went off a little bit, but generally we stayed on track.
And now when you look
Yeah,
at
I'm looking at
when you look at the dictionary for
Yeah.
ADD, it's like Nick's picture going like this. He's like, stuff all
Yeah.
over the place.
Everybody at that meeting was very attentive, and a lot of good, positive comments after the meeting, too.
Good questions.
Yeah, it was
Good
good.
questions, too, you're right.
And Chief Financial provided the room to us for free, which we appreciated.
Yeah,
and-
Tom's the best. So.
Yeah, which was great. And then we had dinner from Bologna's, where he gave us a very nice deal on a nice
Perfect.
dinner.
Those guys
So
rock
it was-
as well, so.
It was pretty great.
Again, we're blessed with the overabundance of riches in this community, so we're very grateful for that support.
Yes.
Anything else, Paul?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, very good. Site, Tony's not here. Is there anything other than the Graham? That's all we're working on, so.
Nope, the only thing I would say is just we've been doing a little bit of slight maintenance downtown. Mark, who has been helping out with our landscaping, he is actually, a part of his company is painting. So he's been touching up some of the light poles that were really hit with the salt over the last couple years. That looked pretty not great. And he also touched up the planters on the corners so that, because they were really yellowing and they weren't cute. So he's been fixing up some things, so we'll be ready for everyone
Yeah.
to come visit us for the holidays.
Signposts, everything. It's
Yeah, he's been doing a good job, and then the wayfinding got approved, and that's through site development as well, and those will start going in, you said, a couple weeks. So-
Yeah, I mean, we've said this a trillion times, and it bears repeating that we understand that the Graham is a giant project and it's a one-off for us, but we're not ignoring or shirking our responsibilities in the district with everything else that's going on. It's full steam ahead. And we're doing all that. So, and that's a promise I made to council when I came before you guys. I asked permission to do this plan in the first place. So that continues to be our true north, and that's what we're sticking to it. So with that, any other questions from the board that we did not address this evening?
I just have something.
Yes,
I don't
ma'am.
know if anybody mentioned it, but on the west side of town, they're flushing the pipes.
Oh, it's funny you say that. So right before I came to this meeting, my wife's
Thought
like,
maybe I should
you've got
make
to.
a public announcement here. Yeah, it started at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
What time is it?
It's starting in
About
5 minutes.
They recommend not to be drinking or using this water for, I don't know, what's it?
Couple, so the 4 hours, to midnight, Julie said, so, yeah. At least that's
It'll
what
just
the
be a
thing-
little rusty.
Yeah. I mean, it's not gonna
Hurt
kill
you,
you.
will it? Probably not.
Dude, I got a farm up north that the water I drink up there is like 10
Extra
times
minerals.
worse, so. it's-
Extra minerals. But for those of you who like pure water, looking non-rusty,
yeah. Well,
yeah, just wait a few hours.
and this is just folks on the well system, us on the
Yeah,
west side.
it's
not-
just, it's not on the east side.
Yeah, no.
You're just
East
on the west.
East side, you guys are good.
Yeah.
But you're paying for that good. We're paying a third less or a third of that, so. All right, with that, thank you for your attendance this evening. Meeting is adjourned. Thanks, everybody. Abby, nice job. Appreciate it. Thanks for.